Hi everybody and welcome here onto Lucky Life TV. It's my first time getting this side of the camera for a while because I got a special opportunity today to interview somebody I haven't seen or interviewed for quite some time. It's my man Nick Warren. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good stuff. It's a pleasure to be back with you again, Nick. I think the first time we filmed together was back at Carl Cox's 10th anniversary at Space Ibiza.
Yeah, of course, that was a while ago now, wasn't it?
Wasn't it, mate? I mean, how's your memories from that night? It was quite a special one.
Space was always amazing, wasn't it? And, you know, it was... I first played there in the early 90s, and so when it was just the terrace in the daytime and one room at night. So it evolved and it grew and it changed and it's gone.
And how do we feel with it gone? How are you filling the void in your life with no more space?
I quite like it when their clubs go. I personally think that all great clubs should go. All the best ones have gone. Cream, Twilo, you know, they all have a time in their life when they are the place to be in a city, and you know they shouldn't stay there forever. You know, life changes, new promoters come along, new club owners, new ideas, young people, and it needs to evolve. If things stay the same for too long, it starts to stagnate and be boring.
Absolutely, I agree. Look, nothing is forever,
No.
and it is just a path of change. I remember being outside the Space merchandising shop 2 years ago as they were changing the branding from Space to High, and just really seeing a change of eras that we've been a part of.
But also, I think your comment then is a perfect example of how clubbing has changed. Merchandise shops. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm on the fence with all that.
When you started DJing, there wasn't merchandise with your name on it or any clubs, was it?
No. And I remember going to see DJs play, and they would be playing vinyl, and they put stickers over the names of the records, so no one knew what they were either. So,
It used to be a secret what you were playing, right?
Secret, yes. Yeah.
Now it's all live streamed and Shazammed possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Good stuff. Now, as well as working together over at the Carl Cox parties, we've also had our film crews out in Australia covering you and Hernan play at the Electric Gardens festivals. Tell us a bit about your experience out there.
It was amazing. It was one of those great festivals. It was the first one that they did. We flew in and went straight from the plane straight to the venue and almost straight on stage. So I think I had 5 minutes to see the festival beforehand. But then I thought it was a real breath of fresh air. It was like a really amazing vibe there. People enjoying incredible music. And, you know, normally in Australia, a festival, you get a good weather. And it was that day. It was just a great fun day.
Absolutely. It was the footage was amazing, and I actually finally for the first time, I normally produce remotely for this year, I actually went out and saw the Sydney Festival, and it's just mammoth. It's a really great festival. So Nick, you're from Bristol.
Yes.
Quite a bit of talent comes out of Bristol. So what is it? Something in the water?
It's something in the water.
One of our artists, Trevor O'Neill, eats everything. Yourself, Nick Warren.
There's also Massive Attack. There's Portishead, there's all the drum and bass side, there's Ronnie Size. I think it all boils down to the fact that the Bristol is very much a multicultural city, and in the past the club scene wasn't very good. Not in the same scale as, say, super clubs. They've got one now called Motion, which is a great club, but then in our days, when we all started, there were small clubs, or one or two clubs, and so on a Monday it would be a drum and bass, on a Tuesday a reggae, a Wednesday house, Thursday techno. So everybody was involved in loads of different styles of music, and I think that that's a great way to find which style of electronic music you want to be involved in and make, but also get influences from other genres and styles.
Absolutely, and that's quite cool because everybody's being open to the different genres and styles, and you know, you're going and exploring something that you maybe isn't even your style that you'd hear at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I've noticed something about for myself here in Ibiza, things have become, since I moved here, it becomes very political about which music you're a part of and which sound you're supporting and which artists and nightclub you're supporting. So much to the point that I've gotten, hold on wait, it's gotten a bit too political. We all just used to like dance music and music in the sunshine.
Well, it's very, very tribal now. Sort of, you're in my tribe or you're not in my tribe, and if you're not in my tribe, then you're not involved. So it's just stages that this industry goes through, and it'll change again. And I think people will start to want some more eclectic, more varied styles of music in one night.
Yeah, Absolutely, indeed. And so tell me, tonight we've got a really nice lineup of artists alongside yourself, Nick. We've got Gustin playing at the moment. How did he come onto the table? We're good friends with him here in Ibiza.
Angus is a great older friend of ours, and he became our resident for the Soundgarden events 2 or 3 years ago. So he also comes with me around Europe and warms up for me. He's a good friend, and he's a great DJ, and that's the main thing.
He really is, isn't he? He's played a really nice sound for an opening set here tonight. And then afterwards, we've got somebody who I'm really looking forward to meeting and interviewing tonight. It's Mantzur. Where did that relationship start?
Guy and I are great friends again. It's all down to friendships with the Soundgarden, really. But then also, so we play very similar style of music. We're both sort of banded into that progressive pigeonhole. And he's a great producer, a great friend, and a really strong DJ. He's got his own style, and he'll be rocking that dance floor later.
I'm looking forward to it. We'll be rocking on the dance floor with him for sure. He brought out a track that really got our attention back in 2015, and it has been non-stop a favourite in the Lucky Life Music House. His Epica track with Roy Rosenwald. Were you a fan?
Yes, of course I am. And we made a track together just before that called A Sad Robot.
I was listening to that last night.
Yeah, which was great fun making that with Guy. So yeah, he's a great producer.
So the night that I first met you, Nick, you were playing also with Hernan Cataneo. He also played with you back to back in the Australian sets.
Yeah.
Are we going to see him here this summer?
Yes, he's going to be here for our Soundgarden show in July. We play together a lot. We just got back from touring the USA together, and we got tons more shows this summer. Again, it's friendship. We're good friends. We love doing the back-to-back thing. So we do 3 tracks each. That's how the back-to-back works, and it works really well.
I like it.
So yeah, it's always rammed when he comes. So looking forward to it.
A lot of what we've spoken about today, and in the tracks that I've looked up between you and Guy as well, everything's collaboration. What's this about? I see with my label as well, the guys love to get in the studio together, new creativity comes out of it. What for you is the highlight of working with somebody else?
Well, I always think it's with Jody and Way Out West, or with Nicholas Rada, that I'm writing lots of stuff with at the moment. It just brings another person's ideas in. It's very easy to get sort of bedded down, and you get the idea going, but maybe it's missing something, and someone else that comes along, and it's that little spark, and suddenly it's working again. And it's always more fun working together with people, to be honest.
Yeah, we don't want to sit in a dark studio for hours and hours and hours on our own, right?
No, not really.
Excellent. So listen, guys, what we're actually here for today is we are here at the Kilometro 5, KM5, here in Ibiza for the Soundgarden opening party. You were last year at Eden. You've moved out to this outdoor open-air experience here.
Yeah.
You're quite excited about the move?
Yes, it was great. We did 2 last year, which were fantastic. So looking forward to it.
Good stuff. So you already warmed up the space here, and you got your feeling, and you know how you want to do the decor and the whole setup.
It feels like home now. So,
Good stuff. Okay, and what can people expect from KM5 and your Soundgarden parties this summer in Ibiza?
it's a different vibe because we're doing sort of afternoon and evening, and then we move indoors after midnight. But it's more of an eclectic. People coming together, talking, drinking, dancing, laughing. So it's that vibe.
It's a really social party, isn't it? I like it.
Balearic, I think.
Indeed. Yeah, absolutely. Right, before we wrap up, last 2 questions. I probably asked you these about 8 years ago, but it's time for a revamp. So we're on Lucky Life TV. Tell me, Nick, what's going to be the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you?
Meeting my missus, I think.
I was going to say, is that because you just walked in, or you were going to say that anyway?
No, I would have said that anyway.
Yeah, I know you would have.
Yes.
Well, there you go. There's the lucky find. So there's your luckiest moment.
Yeah. Yes.
And how and when did you meet?
We met a long time ago, I think maybe 20 years ago in Finland.
Oh, wow.
But then we were friends for many years before we got together. I finally reeled her in. So.
Good work. Just quite a long cast.
Long cast.
Good stuff. And lastly, here we are in Ibiza, summer 2018. Tell me, Nick Warren, what's going to be your favourite thing about this magic island, Ibiza?
It's always changing. That's the main thing. Every year is a different. There's new challenges. There's new ideas. But I think that now we found a home here at KM5 for our Soundgarden events. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to joining the Soundgarden crew down here at KM5 for May, July and September for their Soundgarden parties. See you there.